With our partnerships with the likes of Imprivata, we're seeing a bigger uptake in the health verticals and also local government. Obviously security is playing a much larger part in customer and client protection or data protection in that health vertical. And IGEL's capability of supporting the Imprivata solutions out of the box seems to be driving that uptake within the healthcare industry. There's new laws that are in place within these verticals around data protection. This forces certain organisations to rethink the way in which they access and present data to not only to their customers but obviously to themselves, to their actual employees. That's a great thing for IGEL in the fact that we are working quite closely with these customers that provide these security-based solutions. So with regard to the size of our customers, we're seeing a much stronger uptake with these larger enterprise organisations. Mark Durnett, who is our regional sales manager for New South Wales, Queensland and New Zealand, spent the first few years of IGEL in Australia building up that channel and that capability for us to actually take our product to market. Now that we've got that strong relationships with our distributors and with our partners, we've been able to focus a lot more on targeting the enterprise. That coupled with the efforts being put in and the investment being put in the US market, we're really starting to be able to dovetail off that quite successfully. Also, you'll see these stronger partnerships starting to form. We have a number of large technology partners that are ultimately leading us to larger organisations within ANZ. A good example there is PrintLogic, Lakeside and also Imprivata. I think those relationships and the important role that they play in the enterprise is really opening up the doors for us locally here in ANZ. I guess the pain points that seem to be driving people over to cloud computing are coming from the likes of access, security, being able to I guess offset some of these capital costs and bring them into a more OPEX type model. When you're looking at desktop refreshes, you look at large organisations, especially in the healthcare sector, where they do large amounts of desktop refreshes. They do uplifts of their Citrix environments or their centralised desktop delivery environments quite regularly. And they're quite often encouraged to have a really short life cycle for these endpoints. So what we're seeing is when you utilise these existing assets and put the IGEL operating system on, then we're able to sweat those assets out and turn that OPEX outgoing into a more known operational cost and stretching out the lifespan of those existing assets. That's one really good example, I think, of the way in which IGEL can assist in reducing that CapEx and increasing those operational capabilities and reducing the costs. I think the things that could be holding back enterprises from going to a server-based computing, first of all, feeling comfortable with what they're able to deliver to their end user. If it's a large organisation, there's obviously a large amount of investment that's required, be it from outside resources, to ensure that if they're going to move to a more centralised delivery model from an application and a desktop point of view, that they're able to give that same experience that the end users have currently when they have their applications delivered to them locally. I've worked on a lot of application delivery projects, and one of the main things is around ensuring that end user experience is maintained. If it's not, that project is going to fail quite spectacularly quite often. In the last 4 years, we've worked quite heavily in building up the IGEL brand and recognition within the ANZ region. I think we're starting to see that hard work paying off with the customers that we're now working with, and obviously with the partnerships that we're forming, both from a technology point of view, but also from a point of view of our integrators and the people that actually are out there on the road pushing our products to their customers.